I am so stupid. People think that because I've achieved a lot, I must be really smart. But you know what? That's simply not true. See, I've done so many dumb mistakes that when I look back, it made me realize that I was so stupid. In this video, I'm going to share with you, and instead of talking about my success mantras and how I became successful, how smart, how wonderful I am, let me tell you the mistakes that I made in last 2 to 3 years. Right? Sometimes it is good to know what not to do than to focus on what are the good things and what are the positive things. Learn from my failures, learn from my mistakes. These are the mistakes that I made while I was growing my business from 1 crore in first year in 2018 to making 27 crores in last year, and this year 2022 we're going to generate more than 40 to 50 crores. So I hope you enjoy these lessons from my real life. And let me tell you, in this, if you stick around all the way till the end of the video, I'm going to give you some tools and books, like tools in form of books, which is definitely you would have not heard about, not thought about. These books actually became my savior. Yes, I had mentors. Yes, I had coaches and programs, but these books, these are my treasures. And guess what? I'm going to give it all away to you because I want you to succeed. यही मेरा goal है कि यार सब लोग, especially entrepreneurs, people who are starting their business, building their business, journey इतना मुश्किल है. I want to empower you so that you can go to the next level faster and with less suffering. All right. So with that, let's quickly dive right into these 9 mistakes that I made because I was dumb. Mistake number 1, machine gun versus sniper. You see, when I was looking back, when I actually started my journey, I was actually spraying the bullets everywhere. So 2017 में मेरी शुरुआत हुई थी, 2016-2017 में. I started because I genuinely wanted to help people to come out of mediocrity. Why? Because I was mediocre. Lost a lot of time to mediocrity. My dad was a truck driver and I lost 16 years being in a job, not knowing my own potential. तो मैं यार एक ही सपना था कि यार मैं कितने लोगों की मैं ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा मदद कर सकूं so that they can remove the mentality, mediocrity that they have and they can build the life of their dreams. So इस मकसद से मैंने जब शुरू किया था, what did I do? I actually started creating content everywhere. Like Grant Cardone was my first mentor. He said, "Beta, content banao." I said, "Okay, beta, I will make content." And I started creating content everywhere and I started, spraying the bullets. But you know what happened? I spread myself too thin and I create content randomly. अरे यार इस पे अच्छा idea है, अरे इस पे content बना दे, इस पे. Now I'm not saying you should not have those ideas as well. There's a difference between doing 100 things and hoping that something is going to stick versus doing only 1 or 2 or 3 things and knowing this is going to be a hit. It's a machine gun versus a sniper weapon. So if you have a sniper, if you have 1 bullet, headshot, done, right? Versus you keep creating tens and hundreds of content. So I randomly created a lot of videos and let me tell you, I am still fixing that, right? I am still fixing it. I'm being very vulnerable and open because, this is a heart-to-heart talk. This is all about getting real, getting naked and becoming vulnerable. So yes, I was dumb. I had the heart, but your mind, the strategy worked for 1 year, 2 years when I got my some campaign and followers and all that. Uske baad because the market, the audience became mature and then they knew that there are a lot of people talking the same thing. So how am I different? How will I stand out? Because I did not have a proper planning and strategizing of organic content. You're watching this and maybe you just started your business or you've already been in business. You too want to leverage social media, you want to add value to people, but you're not able to because you don't have a plan, you don't have a structure. So this is the biggest mistake I made. So how do you create a structure? Maybe gonna create a different video on this. How are we planning our topics? How are we researching? Just in this video, I'm telling you, we spend hours in researching, and I'm telling you, this is after a very long time. We're getting very strategic. We're becoming very specific. So that's a mistake number 1. Don't be a AK-47, a machine gun. Become a sniper weapon. Do what are the right things in the right fashion to get speed and results. That's number one, right? Number two, your friends are your enemies. What does it mean? What does it mean? देखिए दोस्तों, हम जब नया नया बिजनेस शुरू करते हैं ना, did you know 80% of the startups, they hire their friends and family members. 80%, including me. Like one of the first 3 people I got on board, one of my cousin, I got on board. Then somebody, one person that joined, Naz, who joined my team at the beginning, he found his friend. So okay, word of mouth, friends. But if you realize, it is very difficult when you hire people who are already known to you. Let me give you one more example. There's an entrepreneur called, his name is Harsh Mariwala. Now, Harsh Mariwala comes from a very business-oriented family. So his forefather, right, they were into coconut oil and different type of products. When he came into power, when I say power, when he became, adult and he started working in the business, as it was a family-owned business, like Chacha, Mama, Tao, everybody, running the business, it grew to a certain extent. When Harsh took over a section of their company's business and he said, I want to spin off and I want to do things my way, whole family was against him. No, you can't do that. All the decisions are made within the family and all that. He went through a lot of pain and turmoil, and I'm going to cut short the story. Only because he plugged himself out from friends and family environment, guess what happened? Today, Parachute Nariyal Tel? It is from the company called Marico, and Harsh Mariwala is the founder. He was able to build a world-class F&B company. Why? Because he stopped working like a mom and pop shop company. In short, he stopped hiring friends and relatives. He started looking for talent outside. And this is the mistake that I made as well. That I was looking for friends and known people. The mistake I made, first I look at a person, I say, hey, I know this person and he has the skill. How about I bring this person and see where can he fit in? Wrong way of hiring people and bringing people on board. So I made a mistake, that one. And the worst part, I did not even have a hiring process. I was not having, what was my process was, I was way too optimistic. And this will really help you to go through the nightmare that I went through as a CEO. When you're hiring, don't be overly optimistic. Life mein optimistic bano. Be optimistic, be positive. As a CEO, we need to be positive. But when it comes to hiring, be pessimistic. Meaning, find the way of rejecting people and let them prove that no, they're ready. This is one of my mantra which helped me. But I made a mistake, right? And I got people based on the face value, either they're friends or they're my mentees, or I know them from somewhere, and it actually backfired because when things became difficult and I realized they're not the right fit, it spoils the relationship, right? And more often not, friends and family members may also take you for granted. They may say, tum to dost ho, wo chalta hai, all that. No, you can't do that, right? So I had right people in wrong seats and wrong people in right seats, right? And wrong people in wrong seats, whatever it is, right? In short, find the right people with the right seat, and not necessarily all the people that you need will come from friends and family member. At the beginning, it's okay. 1 or 2 exceptions is fine, but go beyond friends. Find the champions, right? Here is a mantra that I learned from my mentor, Dan Locke. See, at the beginning, when you hire people, master keys are fine, but eventually you need to follow this principle that Sifu Dan Locke taught me. He said that don't give people what they already did not have. Meaning, if somebody has not run a marketing to a level that you're looking to grow your business, don't give them. This company that you're building, बहुत मेहनत लगती है, right? Managing teams, hiring people, processes, systems, growing, marketing, sales, बहुत मेहनत लगती है. You cannot bring people from outside and hope that they will step up. You trial error, no, they can't. They need to come with the experience. At the beginning, it's fine, but eventually you need to have experts in the specialists in the right seats, specialists for marketing, specialists for sales, specialists for delivery. You need specialists who have been there and done it. They should not use your company as a launch pad, okay? Now again, as I said, caution. There can be an exception, which my team members, there was some exception who never did it, but they're still doing decent, right? But there are some people who run big events, like Mehul. He ran a big events, came in, running events became very successful. Same way, there are other examples as well, right? So eventually, friends in need is not necessarily a friend in deed, right? Personal life mein friendship is good, but in business, no dosti. That is the biggest mistake I made. I became friends and hired friends, right? Number 3, lack of radical candor and avoiding confrontation. Dosto, man, as a nature, I like to avoid conflict. I'm a very peace-loving guy. I'm a happy guy. So naturally, and I'm sure you are too, most of us, we are very happy person. We want to avoid conflict. Jig nahi karna hai, jhanjat nahi karna hai. So I always avoided the tough conversations, difficult conversations. So I was showing compassion, I was showing love, and I was paying the people a lot and giving them a lot of percentages and hikes and bonuses. And I truly believe in serving people really, really well, because if you take care of people in your team, they will take care of your business, right? So I did that. But the problem is I gave them love, but what I did not give them is tough love. Let me give you a story. There is a book called Radical Candor. This book actually made me realize that I need to use tough love as well. Think about gym, right? When you go to gym, you think your gym coach or mentor, you'll say, oh, okay, kitna set kiya? 5. Okay, no problem. Oh, it's okay, relax, no problem, fine. No, gym coach will push you hard, give you tough love so that you can do more repetition, pull more things, so you can have a better body. Same thing as a CEO. You're doing a big disservice to the company if you're actually not confronting people with love and care. So I made this mistake. I avoided confrontation. What happened because of that? The things kept on dragging. The people who are not up to the level that it was required, they were creating a lot of commotions and challenges and gaps. And guess what happened? The whole environment spoils. Either the environment spoils or the team is falling short of what is required. It will eventually, who pays the price? Everybody. Company pays the price, your mission pays the price. So become tough. Give them tough love. Go and read this book. It's going to blow your mind. Number 4, family versus sports team. बड़ा interesting बात बताता हूँ. Imagine, you're in a group of people, friends or family or whoever it is. There's a lot of love, there's a lot of compassion, there's a lot of care, but no food to eat. One day, 1 week, 1 month. क्या करोगे? उस प्यार का अचार डालेंगे. You can't put, you can't take love and make pickle out of that. What we need is performance. So when I started my business, I had this culture as, we are one family, one unit, no problem, avoid confrontation and being okay, no problem, accept them the way they are, support them. No, I'm not saying you should not do that. But at the end of the day, loyalty, commitment, hard work, all one side, result another side. Because if we don't have the results, that means if we don't have the food to eat, you can't do anything with business. If it boils down to letting somebody go, do it. I'll give you 3 examples of people who are really good at radical candor, tough love, as well as treating the people as the sports team. Michael Jordan. Do you know Michael Jordan? Who does not know this legend, Michael Jordan? Michael Jordan, as much as he was so famous, but you know what? When he was playing the sport, when he was in practice, he was a ruthless beast. And if you want, you can watch the documentary, right? The Last Dance. Beautiful documentary. It'll just blow your mind that how competitive this guy was. So when you run the company, you do not want to run the company just a family. You want to run a company based on the performance, based on the results. We all get paid for what we produce in terms of value. We don't get paid for hard work. That's not the culture. Steve Jobs, I'm sure you know Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs, कितने भी बड़ी हम बात बोल दें Steve Jobs की, a lot of people may or may not know that Steve Jobs was really a tough nut, and he was rude and tough on a lot of people. Now, he went extreme, but you know what? He pushed people beyond their limits and got the performance to the next level, and they will thank you for pushing them to go to the next level by giving the tough love as a sports team versus letting them stay where they are and accepting mediocrity. Michael Jordan did not accept mediocrity. You should not do. Steve Jobs did not accept mediocrity. You should not do. Dan Pena, $1 billion man, or I don't know, 10 billion, 100 billion man, he gave a lot of tough love, and he still gives a lot of tough love to his followers, his students, his mentees. Dan Lok is, of course, part of Dan Pena's mentorship program. He was his second mentor. He gives a lot of tough love. This is a lesson I learned, that, oh man, I was not giving tough love for so many years, and that's why I was accepting mediocrity. Not good, not good. Number 5, happy-go-lucky entrepreneur attitude. मैं खुश हूँ, चल रहा है, everything is okay. This is the type of guy I am. पर ये attitude business में नहीं चलता है. चलता है attitude बिल्कुल नहीं चलता है. It is not acceptable to be okay and have happy-go-lucky attitude. So what I did is, I say this to all my students, that your business is nothing but the reflection of you. If you have chalta attitude, guess what's going to happen? Your business will have the same thing. So when I became happy-go-lucky, I did not have, I did not have self and the team accountability. I will, skip and living 6 Sundays a week and avoid certain things. And what happened? Because I did not take ownership and accountability, I let the team fall short, right? I let the team down, right? They will keep chasing me for this thing, that thing. I'm maybe not accessible sometime. It was not good. It was just creating a nightmare, and people will burn out. So first, become accountable, right? And hold the team accountable as well. It is not just about you. You have to have team as well. But before the holding team accountable, you need to be accountable, right? But how do you hold yourself accountable? How do you hold the team accountable? You see, until we came up with a strategy of having weekly accountability and a daily numbers update, our business was still in this chaos and chalta attitude. So somewhere, I think 1 or 2 years ago, we started doing weekly accountability sessions, weekly meetings, and we'll have the structure of the meeting, and the typical structure of the meeting will start with, appreciations and dashboard, then looking at our battle plan, what are the initiatives, what are the top 3 focus that people have on the goals, what are the gaps, challenges, and anything that we need to address. Structure, I gave you the weekly team meeting structure, right? So we review weekly on where we are going, as well as daily update. You don't have to wait until it is late. You see, there was time when my ads and numbers registration went down. But like, what is happening, right? And we were able to fix it because we had the daily numbers update. Bhai, what is the key matrix that you need to track daily? For me, daily webinar registration. Kitne hue, right? Daily conversion, how many people converted. So there are few metrics that I've identified for my business that I need to look at them daily. Brush daily karte hain na, khana daily khate hain. Numbers we check karo daily. As a CEO, you need to have these in your fingertips. No more happy-go-lucky entrepreneur. Become more accountable, right? Number 6, I did not let people bleed from their ears. What do I mean by that? You see, when you are building a business, of course you have a mission, you have a vision, you have a goal. You're heading somewhere. And as a CEO, it is your responsibility to take all the people who are with you that, hey, we are going here. This is the direction we're going. And if you do not remind them as to where we are going, guess what's going to happen? People will spread. They'll go somewhere here, somebody will go here, somebody will go here, and they will not be aligned together. And I made this mistake, and I still am making this mistake, that I do not repeat my mission and vision statement so many times again and again and again and again until people starts bleeding from their ears. Like raat ko 12 baje bhi utha ke, you wake them up. Hey, what is the mission? They should be able to say the mission and vision. Why? Because this is the whole purpose of why we're running a business, isn't it? For a mission, for a vision. But if you don't even remind people, guess what's going to happen? They will forget it. I'll share one interesting book with you, right? There's a book. It's called The 4 Obsessions of an Extraordinary Executive, right? A leadership fable. Wonderful book. आपने नहीं सुना होगा इस book बारे में. It's a fable through a story. A person shares a story of 2 CEOs, right? And one CEO is always trying to say, hey, how is this other CEO becoming so successful? What is his secret? You know what his secret was? One of the secrets that he shared was the CEO did not believe in putting up the mission and vision boards in his company and everywhere. You will not see all the boards there, like how we have in typical multinational. And somebody asked me, why do you do that? It's because this should not become a marketing gimmick or marketing campaign. Mission and vision is something that should always be in your head, and you will always be clear about it. It does not have to be written and posted somewhere and lose the essence. This is like eating, drinking, breathing, mission, right? This has to become so good that people should be doing that. And if you read this book, it talks about how the CEO is reiterating the mission and vision every opportunity that he gets, whether it's a meeting, whether it's email, whether it's one-on-one. Every time, either you will start with the mission vision or end up with the mission and vision. So it will become like a daily language. So then people on your team start owning the mission. सबसे बड़ा problem क्या है आजकल business पता है? A lot of entrepreneurs say, Dev, यार मेरी जो team है ना does not work as hard as I work. They're not as committed to the mission as I am. And some people, like Gary said, that you will never expect people to work harder than you because it's your business, not their business. Guess what? Not true. I can vouch for my team. They are so committed. They work more than even me many times. They can beat me in terms of hard work, smart work. Why? Because I have made a habit now to repeat the mission and vision, to make them realize that why we are here. See, people are not here just to make money. Money, after a certain point now, money is not the driving force. Money is not the motivator. People want to be connected for a big cause, for a mission, for a movement, to contribute. Like unka contribution has some meaning. They want to work for the people like you and I, with you and I, because we have a mission, we have vision, we are going somewhere, and they want to be part of it. So read this book and you will love it. You'll love it. It's a beautiful book, right? So I'm still improving to communicate mission and vision more to my team, okay? Number 7, getting off the driver's seat too soon. Like, think about this, right? You're teaching how to drive a car to somebody. You taught them how to do this just for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 5 days. And you know what? Now you drive the car, I'm gone out of here. What's going to happen? Accident ho gaya, rabba rabba. Of course it's going to be an accident. You know why? Because you took your eyes off the main thing too soon. And this is exactly what I did. You know what? When I transitioned from me doing one-on-one coachings to bringing my mentees who became the mentors, when I gave them the responsibility of coaching the team, guess what happened? I did not spend a lot of time training them, coaching them, mentoring them, helping them to up their skill of coaching and mentoring. So I paid the price. The quality went down a little bit, and some clashes happened, chaos happened, and later I realized that, oh man, I took eyes off this thing too early. I got off the driver's seat too soon. Now, this does not mean you don't delegate. You still delegate. But when you delegate, you make sure you train them, give them tools and ammunition before you give them like full right to run whatever they're doing. You still have to monitor it every week or 2 with the numbers and all. But you know what? At that point of time, ideally, I should have been on each and every coaching call. And then I should have sessions with my mentors on how do you coach, how do you train. So ये आंखें मुझे बहुत time के बाद आई. Then later I designed a process where I keep continuously coaching and mentoring my mentors so that they can coach my mentees in return, so I can be flexible. So every week We have listening to calls, call reviews, and team meeting to review the team performance and how they're doing, how they're not doing. We have the stats and numbers as well. So now I don't take my eyes off the game. I'm still in the driver's seat, now still watching how they're driving after handholding them, guide them, and train them. Number 8, bad and sad performance reviews and goodbyes. What do you mean bad and sad? Bad performance reviews and sad goodbyes. You see, I made a mess. As much as it is important to hire A players, build an A player culture as a sports team, it is important to even review their performance. Look at the numbers, look at the gaps, look at the areas they need to improve on. And if they're not improving after coaching, training, supporting, helping, you need to find a way to let them go. So for a long time, I did not have the review process. I did not have like quarterly review with my teams, right? At the manager level. So manager did not have it with their teams. So whole company was running bus wishy-washy, right? Koi performance review nahi hai. This is not how you run a business. And because of this, there were loose ends and balls kept dropping and these things became too bad. Then eventually I had to let people go. Now, I was thinking that, man, am I such a bad person? Am I this thing, I'm letting people go. Yes, there was flaws which I could have fixed. But at the same time, there are some people who we need to let go. No matter how much you do or what you do, you have to let go some people. For performance review also, you need to have a structure, as well as exit process also needs to have a structure. So how can you have in the exit process? You need to have regular reviews, monthly reviews, weekly reviews, and keep guiding them. And if the performance, you need to have a set KPI, key performance indicators. And if the key performance is not met, the numbers are not met, the goals are not met, guess what? You have to have the tough conversation and you have to explain them what is expected out of them. You do it once, you do it twice, you do it thrice. But for 3 months, if they're not improving, they should not be shocked when they're asked to leave. Now, there are always an exception. There will be tricky cases and things like that they may not agree with you. But eventually, you have to do what is right. But you can only do right when you have both the review process and an exit process. It should be a win-win, letting people go, right? That's number 8. Number 9, paying dumb taxes. I paid a lot of dumb taxes. What does it mean? बड़ा interesting किस्सा बताता हूँ. First year when I started the business, I made 1 crore. Second year, 2.5 crores. वहाँ तक सब ठीक था. We had a CA who was doing, filing of GST and tax and all. And if you don't know, up to a certain revenue, turnover, few crores, you don't even need to have the P&L and books and show a lot of proofs and all. You have to just give them the estimate and you pay taxes according to the profit that you show, right? And this was third year. One day, my CA said, Dave, you have to pay this X number of crores as a tax. I was like, what? X number of crores? And that a lot of money was kept for emergency funds for the company. And that was really, really difficult pill to swallow. And not only we had to pay crores of taxes, but we also had to pay interest. Because as a CEO, you have to pay advanced taxes. I didn't know all those things. So I had to pay advanced taxes every quarter and anything, based on the estimate. You have to pay that. So when I was thinking, why did you not plan this? Why did you not tell me? But Dave, you said that, I asked you to the start of the year, how much money you will make? You said, I'll make about 4 to 5 crores. I said, yeah, but now you made 16 crores. 3 times, 4 times more money. Then of course your tax will go up. I said, pehle bataya kyun nahi mere bhai? Samjha karo na. I'm a dumb CEO, first time CEO. I did not know how the taxation works. You should have told me. Second quarter gaya tab to kuch nahi hua. But third quarter you should raise the flag. Hey Dave, I'm looking at because I was sending you statements every month for GST and income, right? Why did you not tell me then? I paid a dumb tax. You know what? Because I had a person who was not competent enough. Let me down. I put whole company at jeopardize and put the cash flow, because imagine though luckily I had some money extra left, but I was feeling sad that most of it is gone. I'd kept it for running ads. You need money for ads and running the business. It only happens when you actually pay dumb taxes. So what did I do? I got rid of the CA. I found a new CA. So 3 things you need to learn. Tax planning, no more big surprises. Number 2, P&L, profit and loss. At the beginning, it's okay, but start profit and loss statement. Number 3 is cash flow statement. Cash is king. Cash is blood of the business. तो तीनों चीज ट्रैक करनी है. Cash flow ट्रैक करना है, P&L करना है और taxes का calculation advance में करके रखना है. There's a beautiful book that I suggest. It's really amazing. It's a book called The Road Less Stupid. In this book, it actually gives you a new perspective of a CEO. When you have your me time, thinking time, what should you ask yourself? What are the questions you should ask yourself? These gaps you will identify when you actually start becoming smarter in asking right questions so that you're not dumb by asking dumb questions or no questions. Okay, so stop paying the dumb tax. That's number 9. Okay, so these are the 9 mistakes that I made because I was dumb. Not that I'm so smart. I'm still learning and making a lot of other mistakes. But let me ask you this. Which mistake did you make just like me? Or you connected and resonated with, okay? Or if there's any other mistakes that you made, leave it in the comment. My team is gonna pin some of the best comments because let's learn from each other. Let's help each other. Like, entrepreneur journey is very difficult already. You do not want to do it alone. You want to be with the people who share, care, and help. Let's transform 1 billion lives together. So leave a comment below. And also, it took me hours of planning, strategizing, and examples and all that. It would be really mean a lot to me. Let's help other people together. Here's what I want you to take a screenshot of this video, send it to one entrepreneur friend who needs to hear what I've shared with you today. एक इंसान की भी जिंदगी बदल देंगे. It's more than enough. Okay? But ये तो बात हो गई mistakes की. I made a lot of mistakes. I did a lot of bad things, a lot of dumb mistakes. But you know what? There's one thing I did really, really well is I charge high ticket. Right from the beginning of my business, I charge high ticket. So उससे क्या हुआ? I got away with some stupid mistakes and dumb mistakes I made because I had some money. So paisa tha. So despite making mistakes, I could still survive and sustain and hire people and spend money on marketing and all. This one thing really made a big difference in my business. Now I actually want to teach you. How do you charge high ticket? How do you make a lot of money? How do you increase your prices? How do you make good profit margin? I would love to teach you. But you know what? I can't teach you all in just this small window, small duration. Right? Check out the link below. If you're really serious to learn, there's a workshop called High Ticket Entrepreneur Workshop. Now again, please, there's no obligation for you to join it. It's only for hungry, only for committed people who want to have fast track growth. This workshop is for you. I'm very happy to share my blueprint. Okay. With that, thank you so much for allowing me to be your coach, your mentor. I hope these lessons are valuable for you. Don't be ordinary, my friend. Be legendary. No mediocrity. Let's kill mediocrity and help billion+ people to grow. Take care. See you soon in the next video. By the way, check out some videos. I've made some videos on millionaire habits, millionaire high income skills. Like, these are some of the things that has really helped me, and I want you to learn the same as well so that you can also become a millionaire or a multi-millionaire someday. Take care and God bless you.